Let's dive into this explainer on how a massive military crisis abruptly pivoted to high-stakes diplomacy. A massive U.S. military strike against Iran was totally locked, loaded, and ready to launch. Former President Trump actually described the planned strike as the hardest since World War II.
We're going to hit them very hard yesterday, very, very hard, harder than any attack. I think I can say, General, from a point of knowledge, any attack since World War II. That's pretty big.
But the attack was halted at the very last minute because the phones suddenly started ringing. Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and Qatar formed a coalition and urgently called in Palawifi to mediate. Crucially, Iran itself reached out, making it clear they absolutely did not want to be hit. Instead of facing destruction, Iranian leaders urgently requested diplomatic talks to de-escalate the situation. And right away, Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and Qatar threw their support behind Iran's request. Initial conversations actually centered on the Strait, a totally critical choke point for global shipping. But the ultimate, non-negotiable goal of these sudden talks? Complete and absolute denuclearization. For the Trump administration, stripping Iran of its nuclear potential was the entire reason for negotiating.
We'll talk about the Strait, but more importantly, from my standpoint, we want to talk about the denuclearization of Iran, because it's what it's all about. This is why I'm doing this. And it should have been done. It's now 50 years. We keep saying 47 years, but 3 years have gone by. But it's for 50 years that other presidents should have been doing or other countries. Didn't have to be us, but other countries.
Now, this isn't a new issue at all. It's a complex, 50-year, unresolved problem. Trump pointed out that previous presidents completely failed to address this specific nuclear threat. To really understand the stakes, we gotta look back at previous B-2 bomber strikes. Those prior strikes successfully knocked out and degraded their potential capabilities in a major way. Yet, despite those severe military threats hanging over them, active diplomatic talks are happening right now. This isn't isolated. It represents a unified push, with friendly global leaders constantly calling in. Almost all allied leaders involved urged restraint, actively pushing for a peaceful diplomatic dialogue instead. But here's the climax. Trump strictly framed this whole diplomatic pivot as an absolute ultimatum. He called it the last chance for Iran to actually sign a good, acceptable document.
They all wanted to give this a last chance. This is a last chance. This is not something that, if it doesn't happen, this is a last chance for them to sign a good document. Yeah, please.